Thank you very much for spending a Saturday afternoon with me and with the ASEAN Hiroshima Eco School project. So I'm very happy to giving you a lecture today. And it's not really a lecture, but more like we are sharing together about plastic waste issues in the ocean. And so today we will cover firstly about the general information of the project. And of course, I would like to self-introduce. And also we learned about 3 parts. Part 1 is about what do you know about plastic waste? And second part is how much plastics are you using? And last is the solution. What can we do to solve the plastic waste problem? So I will walk you through this information today. So you may wonder, what is ASEAN? So ASEAN is actually a collection of 10 countries in the Southeast Asian, and Vietnam, my home country, is one of them. And you can see that Japan and ASEAN is very close to each other on the map. And Hiroshima is right here. And here is ASEAN. So last year, 2020, we have a group of young people from ASEAN and Japan. We came together to create a promise that we can solve the plastic waste issue in the ocean. And this year, 2021, we started the ASEAN Hiroshima Eco School project as our promise come true, that we went together, join hands to solve this problem. So who I am, and I'm from Vietnam, and I used to work for Suntory company in Vietnam, especially the Mizuiku project, where we teach students, small children in Vietnam about the importance of environmental issues and water. And also now I'm in Japan, especially in Kyoto, as a master student in environmental education at Kyoto University. So this is me in the campus of Kyoto University. And also I'm a member of the ASEAN-Japan team fighting ocean plastic waste. And I really hope that I can be in the same room with you all today. But because of the pandemic, we have to do it online like this. But I will do my best to make this class as interactive as possible. So now we will do some testing about some function of Zoom. And firstly, it's about the reaction. So you may find the reaction bar at the bottom of the Zoom screen. So it allows you to maybe waving or give a thumbs up or smiling, crying, something like that. So just to testing it, can you, some of you give me, you know, something about how you're feeling today, like that? So just to testing the function. So can you find the reaction on the Zoom? Okay, I see some emoji. Okay, some more. Okay, smiling, good. Okay. Okay, thumbs up. I see that you did thumbs up. How about others? Is it okay? You can do the reactions? Because we're gonna use this reaction during our class. So I hope that you can find this. Okay, I see some, you know, like clapping hands like this. Okay, and you do it by yourself. Okay, great. And next, we will have an online poll. And a poll is a list of questions that will appear on the screen. And I will ask for your opinion about that. So now we will test the poll function. Isao-san, onegaishimasu. So on the screen, you can see that there's some, okay, Okay, so okay, I see that you are answering this. Good, very good. Okay, so most of you feeling very well today. It's a great answer. Okay, so now you're familiar with the poll, and later we will have more questions on the poll like this. Okay. Okay. So can you see the result on your screen? Yes. Okay, I see you nodding. That's a good reaction. And about the mute and unmute, Haruka-san has explained this, so I will skip this one. Last but not least is about speaking and asking questions. So I'm hoping that I'm not the only one to talk today, but I also hearing your voice, you know, sharing your answers and opinions. So in case if someone is not volunteering during the class, please give me the permission to call your name. For example, Hinano-san, could you share your opinion on something like this? So maybe Hinano-san, you will say something. So I will, please let me to call your name just in case that I want to hear from you. Is this okay? Please give me a thumbs up if you are okay with this. Okay. Okay. And if possible, please turn on your camera because I want to see your face. And I hope that you're feeling well today. Okay. So that's all of the functions of the Zoom. And we will moving to the next part. What do you know about plastic waste? So before we know about plastic waste, we should know what is plastic and how plastic is made. So I want to show you a short video.
The heroes of our story were conceived in this oil refinery. The plastic in their bodies was formed by chemically bonding oil and gas molecules together to make monomers. In turn, these monomers were bonded into long polymer chains to make plastic in the form of millions of pellets. Those were melted at manufacturing plants and reformed in molds to create the resilient material that makes up the triplets' bodies. Machines filled the bottles with sweet, bubbly liquid, and they were then wrapped, shipped, bought.
Okay. So simply, plastic is made with 3 steps. Step 1, we need to drill the oil from the ground. And step 2, we need to put the oil through a chemical reaction and to make it into tiny, tiny pieces of plastic, as you can see in the second picture. And lastly, we will melt these bits of plastic and to make shape from these. So many products that we use today, for example, the noodle cups or the plastic bottles, everything are made from these tiny pieces of plastic. And there's not just one type of plastic, but many, many different types. So the plastic to make your drinking bottle is different from the plastic to make your shampoo bottles or the plastic spoons or the plastic cups. So these are very different. And you don't have to remember all of these, just to know that there's many different types of plastics. So why do we use plastics? I remember when I was very small, I don't have many plastic products around me. For example, I will drink the water from the glass bottle, not a plastic bottle. So can you guess from these photos, why do we use plastic? So we have this photo, second photo, third photo, and final photo. So may someone share how do you think about this photo? Why do we use plastic? Please unmute yourself. Feel free to unmute yourself to say what you think. Otherwise, I may need to call your name. Is this okay? You are correct. It's easy to carry plastic products around. So thank you so much, Kokomi-san. Is there somebody want to add something more? Maybe Mirai-san, Mirai Fujita-san. Can you share what you feel about these photos? That's correct. Thank you so much. So we have heard from Mirai-san and Kokomi-san about the benefits of plastic. So for example, we need to wrap the plastic so that the food will not go bad, and we can use it for longer time. And also for when we go to the supermarket, we have a lot of items and we need these plastic bags to carry this back to home. And also in the hospital, you can find, medicine are stored inside of plastic bottles. And very close to us is our clothes. It's like my clothes today, they made from polyester, and this is actually plastic. So plastic is everywhere in our life. And without plastic, these things will happen. The food will go bad, and we don't have anything to carry from the supermarket to our house. And also we will get sick. Or maybe we don't have any choice of clothes to wear because everything, we don't have any left choice for clothes. And so the main reason that we use plastic, because it is very convenient, it is cheap, it's lightweight, it's easy to carry. So it's general, it makes our life much, much easier. So now we know about plastic products. And have you ever wondered what happened to a plastic after it becoming a waste? So take the example of a water bottle. I think it's very common in Japan when you go to a vending machine, you get a drink bottle and you drink it and you put it into a recycle bin. So do you know what happened to the bottle after you throw it to the bin? So now I would like to send you to different groups, and these groups within 5 minutes, please share your idea on these 3 questions: whether the bottle go, who collected, and it is still be a bottle or not, or what kind of shapes it becomes. So now Haruka-san, please help to do the breakout room.
Yes, thank you, Tien-san. So, 今から5つのグループに分かれます。We are going to move to the breakout rooms. And the recording members of the 5 different groups, please start to record. はい。では、イサオさん、ブレイクアウトルームに移動してください。よろしくお願いします。Hi, everybody. I think the group discussion was a little bit short, but hope other groups could discuss. From my group, group 3, we didn't have much time, but yes, how about you, Tien-san's group?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Maybe it like in my group we have some students sharing, and it seems like we have enough time, but I'm sorry to hear that other groups don't have enough time. But it's okay, we still have other chance to discuss later. So maybe anyone can share what you have talked to each other in your discussion, in your breakout room? Someone? Otherwise, I will have to become a bad person again to call your name. So, so maybe, okay, I will become a bad person now. Manami-san. Hi, sorry. Would you share what you have discussed in your breakout room? That's correct. Okay, so thank you, Manami-san. Well done. So one answer is that the plastic bottle will go to the landfill, and landfill is on the ground that you can pour on the plastic on it, and it is called a landfill. So okay, so in my group, the students have shared that the bottles will go to the river, and from the river to the ocean, and even they say that the fish may eat the plastics. So is it shocking to know? And maybe no, or maybe not, maybe yes, or maybe no, but we will find out about this later. But thank you very much for your sharing, and we will moving next to the next slide. Okay, so now I will have some questions for you. So it's similar to the previous poll. Please answer what you think is the correct one and submit it. And Isao-san, onegaishimasu. So question 1, how many times does plastic production increase over 50 years? So we have 20 times, 30 times, 25 times, or 15 times. So what do you think? I can give you some extra time to answer it. So how many times the plastic production has been increased? Okay. Okay, I can see that you are answering this. Okay, so now thumbs up. Okay. And this is, can you see the result? Haruka-san, can you see the result on the screen?
Yes, I can see that.
Hi, thank you. So this is our answer. And it seems like A, B, and C has the most people to choose, and especially 30 times. So 36% of our class thinks that plastic production has increased 30 times. So it's really a big number, right? But the correct answer is 20 times. So we have 32% of students answer it right, but you almost got this correct. So congratulations. Okay, so next one. Isao-san, onegaishimasu. Okay, so next question. Which country generates the most plastic waste to the ocean? Vietnam, my country, or Japan, or China, or America? So what do you think? Okay, I see there's a very different answer for this question. It's really interesting. Okay, so I think thumbs up, and we can show the result now. Okay, so 60% think it's China, and there's some people think it's either Japan or America, and only 4% that is Vietnam. Oh, thank you for giving this answer for my country. And so I think in this case, the majority got the correct answer because it is China. Okay. So next, we have one question. So Isao-san, onegaishimasu. Okay, so how many million tons, and 1 ton is 1,000 kilos of plastic, are dumped in the ocean every year? So we have either 5 million tons, 8 million tons, 30 million tons, or 12. So how many tons of plastic? That's a lot, right? But to what extent? Okay, wow. So I think there's still some more answer coming. Okay, so okay, I think it's thumbs up. And this is the result. So most of us think that there are around 12 million tons of plastic dumped in the ocean. And the second group think that it is around 30 million tons. And the rest also, we have some other quite different opinions about 5 or 8 million. And now, are you curious about the answer? Because the correct answer is 8 million tons. So congratulations to only 16% of the class answer it correctly. And we will talk about this later. And thank you very much. And I'm moving to the next slide. So we have talked that the plastic production has increased like 20 times over the last 50 years. So this is now we have around 300 million tons of plastic are produced every year around the world. So you see it is really like shooting up about how much plastic has been produced. And about we have the production, of course, we have the similar plastic waste, and this waste can be flowed to the oceans, as some students have mentioned. And in this red circle are the countries that top the chart in terms of the plastic waste entering the ocean. And China is number 1. And unfortunately, my country, Vietnam, is among the top 5. And Japan is not very much. But you see that this country and Japan is very close to each other. So we're sharing the oceans. And somehow my plastic issue, waste issue in my country can also affect what happened in Japan. So this is the picture of the countries in the world. And so every year we have around 8 million tons of plastic waste are flowed to the ocean. And in the future, let's imagine 20 or 30 years, and maybe the fish, we cannot see the fish in the ocean, but maybe it will be replaced by plastic bags or other plastic waste. So we have another question for you to test your opinion. Isao-san, onegaishimasu. So the question is, if plastic waste flows to the ocean, will it disappear in water like we will pour salt in water? Okay, I see that you are answering this very fast. Wow, you are so smart. Okay. Okay, I think time's up, and let's see the result. So most of it, over 80%, think it's false, and we have some slightly different ideas. And the students think that maybe it will disappear, and the correct answer is it will not disappear, and it will remain in the ocean for many, many years. So the correct answer is false, and congratulations to majority of our class. Okay. So before coming to the next slide, this is a program and it's called Plastic Tracker. So with this tracker, we can track the plastic waste where it flows from A to B. And here I choose the location in Hiroshima, your city. And let's see, how is the plastic waste in Hiroshima go in the ocean? So this is the website that you can track the plastic, and you can enter the location. And here I put Hiroshima, Japan. And the computer will calculate where the plastic will go when it enters the ocean. And you see this is a possible way of plastic. So, okay, the calculation has stopped, and you can see that the plastic waste starting from Hiroshima can go really far, long distance, up to 1,000 kilometers. And because of the ocean waste and the wind, so this plastic will be flown far, far away. And there's a high probability, meaning high chance of plastic to reach the ocean from Hiroshima. And we all know that Japan is a very clean country. When I come to Japan, I could not find any plastic bottles or any plastic waste on the streets, meaning that in the country it is very good people to manage the waste. However, along the coast of Japan or the Sea of Japan, according to a data from the government, they can still find plastic or maybe bottle or maybe fishing gear. And fishing gear is a fishing net for catch the fish, and it's also made from plastic. So most of the waste can be found along the Japan coast. And I mentioned before, there's many types of plastic that we need to take attention to. And even these milk boxes or these paper cups that we use to drink milk or drink, like hot liquid, they said it's made from paper, but actually if you look closer, there's one layer of it made from plastic. Because if it's pure 100% paper, the water will get out of the box or get out of the cups, and you cannot carry it for a long time. So even in the paper products, there's still plastic in it. So I think that some students have maybe already know about this, but the plastic like this big one, if it enters the ocean, it is called macroplastic, or the items that we bought or we use in company or in supermarket. And over time, under temperature, the light from the sun, and it can break down into smaller pieces. And even after maybe thousands of years, this microplastic still remains in the ocean and break down into even smaller pieces, and it's called nanoplastic. So this is to show you that plastic waste, when it flows to the ocean, is not going anywhere else. It will stay there forever in our sea. Okay, so this is some photos that I took by myself when I visited some places in Japan. And here in July this year, I visited Fukui, and there's a very beautiful beach and clean and clear water. But on the sand, I found this, like these blue or slightly white pieces, and it's actually plastic on the sand of the beach in Fukui. And also in August, Hokkaido, on the beautiful coast of Hokkaido, I took this picture from the mountain. So sorry, it's a little bit difficult to see, but I have zoomed in closer, and you see these white strips or white pieces, and this is also plastic. So we don't know if this plastic are generated from Hokkaido or other places flow to Hokkaido, but we know that plastics is in Japan's coast and it stays there forever. So this is my last two questions for you. Isao, onegaishimasu. So question 1, what is the recycling rate of plastic waste in Japan? And second is, what is the average recycling rate of plastic waste in the world? So let's see, how do you think about Japan or in the world about recycling? I see that you are answering really quick. Okay. Okay. And just give me you few more seconds. All right, I think it's time to show the result. So for the first question, 64% think that the recycling rate in Japan is 35%, and even less than that, or just slightly higher, like 65% or 75%. But you will be surprised by the answer, because the recycling rate in Japan is 85%. Sorry, no one answered it correctly for this question. And the average recycling rate in the world, I see that the majority chose 14%, and we also have 16% chose, more than half of the waste. And I think you're excellent students, because you answer it right. It's 14%. So congratulations to the people who have answered is 14%. Okay, so this is the recycling plastic waste in the world and in Japan. And next, we know that we have this percentage. Like in Japan, you have a very high technology. So that's why you can have a very high rate of plastic recycling. But in the world, it is only 14%, much lower. And for example, in Vietnam, my country, this is called a recycling village. And the bottles will be brought here from the people, and then they will have very poor facilities to reproduce or recycle this plastic. And you see that it is not very safe, not very clean for the people to work in this. So unlike Japan, in other places in the world, plastic recycling is very difficult, because we don't have enough resources to recycle it. And sorry, this is actually the last one. And Isao-san, onegaishimasu. Okay, sorry, I promise this is the last two questions. So we need to recycle different kinds of plastic waste with different methods, true or false. And second, is plastic waste harmful for animals living in the water? I see that you have really different answers for the first questions, and maybe really similar for the second questions. But let's see the final result. Thank you for participating. Okay. So in our class, most of us think that we need to recycle different types of plastic waste with different methods. And for the second question, seems like most of us think that plastic is harmful for the animals. So I think that congratulations for both questions, because I think most of us got the right answer. We need different types of methods to recycle waste. And also, plastic is really harmful for the animals. So thank you for participating in the poll. And let me move to the next slide. So in Japan, we have 3 different methods of recycle plastic. So one, we can turn plastic into new plastic or recycled plastic. For example, I can turn a piece of plastic from a car into the plastic chair that you use in the bathroom. Or second way is to turn plastic into oil gas. And this oil gas can be used in other industry. And last but not least, we burn the plastic waste. And this burning can make energy. And from the energy, we can generate electricity to run the lighting or the cooking in your house. But outside of the picture of recycling, we know that it's not a perfect solution because we cannot recycle 100% of plastic waste. And this remaining plastic waste in the nature, you see the birds in the ocean, instead of walking on a clean sand, they're walking on these pieces of plastic. And on the right side, this is a very shocking video to watch because there's a turtle and a straw. It got stuck into its nose. And when the rescue comes to the turtle, it has to pluck the straw out of the turtle nose. And it's really painful for the animal. So you see that plastic waste in the ocean is harmful for not just us, the human, but also for the animals in the sea. So that's all for, the knowledge, the learning, sharing. And let's come to us. And it is about the exercise that you have done before the class, I believe. And it's time to test the survey. Okay. So do you have with yourself the plastic footprint? Can you raise it to the screen that I see it? Okay, I see. Okay, you have that. Thank you, Yuharada-san. How about the others? Can you just like waving the paper? Okay, I see more students have it. Okay, so, okay, great. Okay, so let's dig into this, this calculation. So on the screen is my own calculation. And I did it 5 days before the class. And in total, I have like 28 items of plastic products. And so please react if you have less than 20 items on your calculation in total. Please give me a thumbs up in person or by reaction if you have less than 20 items. Is there anyone have less than 20? No? Do I miss somebody? Okay, so we don't have anyone with less than 20. But how about between 20 and 40? So I will raise my hand. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see people raising hand. Okay, so between 20 and 40, many of us. Okay, Natsuki-san. Okay, thank you. Okay, 40. So now, who has more than 40 items on your calculation? This is very, this is the practice. This is personal, and I think it's okay to share with us because this is a safe place for you to share with this. So I'm not going to judge you or anything. So please feel free to share. Maybe someone have more than 40 items. Okay, I don't see any thumbs up, any hands. So meaning that most of us have between 20 and 40, and I think that's not too bad. And even for myself, I know really well about plastic waste issue, but I'm still, I'm not a perfect human, so I'm still have like 28 items on 5 days. So let's talk more about, the table. So for example, is there any item that you don't use absolutely during 5 days? For example, I didn't use any plastic bags because I have my eco bag. And you can see, I'm waving this one. I think I have used this for more than 3 years already. 3 years, so I don't use any plastic bags in the supermarkets or in the company. So is there, have anyone also have 0 item on any types of plastic here in the table? Please raise your hand or give me a thumbs up if there's some items that you don't use, none of this, 0 for any items. And for this, I have used like for 3 years. So I don't know how many plastic bags that I have saved. So it is a really good, like 100 yen from Daiso. So very good investment. So is there any items that you have on 5 days? For example, from me, I use plastic mask every day. So I have like 5 masks for 5 days, and I haven't, figured out how to, change it. But for now, I have to use plastic mask, and this is single use. So every day I have to get a new one. So how about you? Is there any item that you have on use, maybe any of these on 5 days? Yeah, I know it's, thank you for sharing. I know it's difficult because, for safety reason, the food in the supermarket has to be put inside a plastic. And even I try to buy, in larger quantity so that I don't have to buy many times with many plastic. But still, it's really very difficult to avoid. But maybe in other items, we can avoid it. For example, I only drink like 2 bottles in 5 days. So how about the others? How many bottles that you drink in a week? So please, reaction. Oh, Tamaka-san.
Yes.
Also.
I often go to convenience store and buy mineral water. So I often buy plastic bottle.
I see. Yeah, it is very tempting, right? Like go to the convenience and see like very shining, different types of flavors that you want to try. I understand. Thank you for sharing. So how about the food tray? The food tray is the things that, when you order a takeout from a restaurant, so it will be put in a food tray. So for me, I have, on the day that I went to the supermarket, I have some items that are wrapped in a food tray. So that's why I have 4 in total. So how about the others? Would you share with me about like how many food trays that you have in 5 days? Please raise your hand. No one use food tray? Really? Oh, wow. I'm impressed. Maybe Ray-san, Ray Marumoto-san. Hey.
I always need it when I buy meat or fish, and I eat natto every morning. So I need it the most.
Hi, thank you for sharing. So you have natto and food and meat and fish in the food tray. I understand. Yeah, it's difficult, right? To maybe if you want to reduce the numbers, it might be difficult. Okay, so I will ask one more question before we moving to the next part. And the boxed beverage, this one, like I mentioned before, even the paper beverage, it still has a layer of plastic inside to keep the water not spill out of the box. So in my case, I try to reduce the number to only 1 in a week. So the boxed beverage, who doesn't drink any boxed beverage during 5 days? Can you make me a reaction? Zero beverage box. Is there anyone? Okay. How about more than one beverage? More than one beverage. How about you put in the chat box the number of boxed beverage that you use in 5 days? For example, for me, it's one like this. So can you just type the number? It's maybe it's easier to see. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, Mirai-san and Rei-san has 0. Oh, wow. Thank you for giving the answers. Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Tamaka-san. Okay. And yeah, I think it's really good of you that I think you have food like the beverage, but you try to limit the number. So I think like even like up to 3 only. So I think 3 is kind of okay. So and even many of you like Yukine-san, Honoka-san, Kokumi-san, many students have 0 boxed beverage. I'm really impressed, to be honest. Okay, thank you so much for the reaction. So the point of the plastic footprint is to calculate and for you to reflect on how much plastic that you may have to throw in one day. Or I really appreciate if you can also share this with your friends or families, other members in your family, and maybe we can have some comparison to see maybe you have more plastic than your mother or maybe your brother. So this is a good exercise to be aware of the amount of plastic that you use and throw. So we almost, the final part of my class today. Thank you for staying with me until now. So final one, what can we do to solve plastic waste problem? So we have known that plastic waste is a serious issue. So what is the action that we can do to solve it? So first, in terms of the government, so government here can be city government like Hiroshima city government, or maybe national government like the government of Japan or the government of Vietnam, my country. And for the government, they can do to collaborate with countries because the ocean is shared by many countries. So it is important that the government from these countries will collaborate with each other. And also the government need to introduce policy and guideline, for example, how to like clean your plastic bottles and how to put it in the right bag for recycle everything. So this is the policy from the government. And also good practices, meaning that if the people or the companies they have they try to reduce the plastic waste, so the government need to promote about this. And last but not least, contribute to funding. So you know that plastic waste, for example, this nano or micro plastic waste in the sea, it's very difficult to track and to find where they go. So we need to have research and project about this. So this is the role of the government. What about company or organizations? So the company itself, if they have plastic product as their product company business, they need to find a way to make the use of less plastic, and also research on the problems and find the solutions. And here is the person. So who are the person? Is you and me and everyone around us. And we can do a lot of things to reduce or refuse plastic. And also we can speak about this problem. For example, maybe my mom doesn't know about plastic waste. So I need to go home and share with my mom about this. So she's also be aware of that. So then what else we can do? We can find out later about this. So here we will take a look at some examples. Firstly is the example from, it is called ASEAN +3. So +3 is country like Japan, China, and South Korea. Because we are very close to each other, we share the ocean. So it is important that you can share the learning and promote the education. For example, Japan can help Vietnam to improve the recycle facility. And also we can monitor the waste on the ocean and to see like where it comes from, where it goes, something like that. So I want to highlight the collaboration between countries to solve the issues in the ocean. And also right in Hiroshima, the government is also have this one. You can read more about this on the website, but this is a platform for companies, for individuals, and for organizations and schools in Hiroshima to come together. And what you can do, you can propose any ideas how to solve plastic waste. For example, you can have the poster, or maybe have go to the beach and clean up the beach in Hiroshima if there's plastic there. So it is very new. It's just started like a few months ago, but I think it is a commitment of Hiroshima to solve plastic waste. So that's why I want to highlight this in my class today. And maybe you have been familiar with this, like since last year, when you go to the company or the supermarket, you have to pay for the plastic bags. Otherwise, you need to use your own bag, like your eco bag, or you have to pay the money. So this is the way that Japan wants to reduce the number of plastic bags. And here I think it is like around like 5 yen for one bag. And also we have organizations. So what is this organization? For example, the Japan Clean Ocean Material Alliance. This is a group of companies. They come together to cooperate, to share the information, and to advance the knowledge, the technology from all these companies. For example, these companies, if they have the plastic products, they try to find a way how to make the plastic thinner. And by thinner, you reduce the use of plastic. And also similar in Japan, in Vietnam, we also have the organization of all the companies to educate consumers and also to cooperate with the government and to improve the recycling technology. So because there's no one that can do this alone, so businesses, companies, they need to come together to have a solution for plastic waste. And here is some creative ideas about business. So you may see, if you go to the supermarket, maybe to the cosmetic store, you can see that in some products, there is some, it says that the packaging is made from recycled plastic, meaning that it is not new plastic, but it is already recycled plastic. So by doing this, with the packaging, the amount of plastic waste will be reduced. And it's something that business can do to reduce the plastic in their packaging. And come to us. It is very simple, you know, like my bag or my bottle. And I think I have this bottle for quite long, and I even, you know, have another one today like this one. And I have my own straw. So this is like a silicone straw, and I don't have to use, you know, new straw, new plastic straw. But with this, it is come really, you know, good for me, and I think it's a good design. So by very simple items, I can already reduce the plastic in my life. And now I would like to show a short video about this girl. And I think this girl is somehow in the same age with you all. And let's see what she has done.
I think when we started, you know, we were a bunch of kids like on a mission, and we were saying, ini visi kita, kita mau Bali menjadi pulau bebas dari kantong plastik. Kita bisa, pasti, yes. Nama saya Melati, saya umur 17 tahun, and I am born and raised on the island of Bali, and one of the founders of Bye Bye Plastic Bags.
So this girl, she's also in high school, and she lives in Bali, an island of Indonesia. And when she saw that there's so many plastic waste on the beach of Bali, and she feels really angry because it is not good for her hometown. It used to be very beautiful without this waste. So she started an organization to clean the beach and also to tell people about the problem. So she is from Indonesia, and I think she has done a really good job. So you also, the Generation Z, you can also become an eco leader in your area too. And I really encourage you to do that. I know it's not easy, but if you have the spirit, you can also start your own action today. So we have talked about, you know, activities from companies or from people. So now this is time for the second breakout room. And I would like you to discuss something about these solutions. So what do you like the most, and what is good or not good about these solutions? Do you think this is good enough? Or maybe do you think what is the most important to solving the plastic waste problem and the reason with that? So Haruka-san.
Yes. So we are going to move to another 5 breakout rooms.
Yes.
So recording team, please start to record for the 5 different breakout rooms.
Okay.
And Isao-san?
7 minutes.
Yes, 7 minutes. This time longer than before. Yes, 7 minutes. はい。では、レコード大丈夫です。The recording is okay. So, イサオさんでは、ブレイクアウトルームに移してください。よろしくお願いします。
Hi. Oh, sorry about that. I have been talking, but I didn't realize that I've been muted. Sorry about that. So we don't have much time left. So please let me to maybe call some students that I haven't, you know, say your name before. So I hope it's okay for you. So Ichioka-san. Hey. Can you share with us what you have, you know, what is your discussion, your group discussion? Can you tell me how was it? So students, this is the last exercise that I would like you to do. So here there's some actions that you can do it in your daily life. And please let me know what action that you are willing to do. By tick all of the options that is you can start doing. So can you see the poll on the screen? Okay, now you answer. Okay. Please choose as many as you want, because there are some things that we can do start together, not one from one to the other. Okay, so let's see how the student in Jogakuin High School will start to do. Okay, has anyone hasn't finished? I think, okay, I think, okay, one more, two more, three more, maybe, okay, that's the end. Thank you for the answer. Okay, so what we have here is that from 1 to 10 is very good that you are willing to take up on these 10 actions. And among these, let's see what has the most selected. This one, bring my bag when go shopping, 90% of students chose this. So I think in my group discussion, we also talk about this a lot. So I think this is something you can start right away. And also, besides, we also have refuse single-use plastic like straws or spoons. It also has really high number, and cook more often, and eat out less. Okay, so I'm really impressed with the answers, and I hope that you will take away this one to your life after the class today. And that brings me to the end of the learning today. And this is a summary. Firstly, about the problem, we know that plastic production has been increased too fast, and it's become a problem to the environment, to people, and especially to the ocean. And also we need to be aware of the plastic waste that we use in daily life. And we also remind yourself and your friends and family about this. And we keep track of the waste that we produce. And everybody can contribute to solve this problem, from the government, the company, and yourself. And I think some students is already mentioned that we have very small act, but these act come together can create a big change. And I think there's no time left for us to wait. So let's do it right now today to solve plastic waste problem. And after the class today, I would like to invite you to the big meeting that Haruka-san mentioned before. So right now, let's think of an idea or a solution to solve this problem in your area. It can be your city, your school, or your neighborhood. And you have that idea, let's present it in a poster or a piece of writing. And in this winter, there will be an online meeting between ASEAN and Hiroshima schools. So all students from this project will come together to share your ideas. So let's think of that. And if you have any difficulty, or if you need support, please feel free to contact the project team like me. So that's the end of my teaching today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have the rest of your weekend really, exciting, and please remind yourself about this problem today. Thank you so much.